We are back. Another episode of Nick Jr. Wolves Only podcast with Max.
Yeah.
Max Wenzel. It's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to...
Talking to that microphone.
It's good to be here with y'all.
Okay, it's good to... So, for those of you who don't know, this is my son. Mm-hmm. And he is 12 years old.
Yep.
Going on 30.
Close.
Yeah. How old are you?
12, going into 13. About to be a teenager.
About to be a teenager.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're out here finishing up the summer
In California.
Cali.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's good. It's beautiful over here. Perfect ocean, you know. I love it. Same temperatures as up north where I'm at, but still way more beautiful. I love it here.
You were raised in Southern California.
Yeah.
You know, it's like different when you're raised in Michigan. There
Right
you
here.
go.
Yeah. So you like it better, dude? Here?
Yeah. Up north is still cool in Michigan. You got your lakes and mountains, but still, California has those palm trees and oceans that they're cooler, definitely.
So Maxie is a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
You know,
Shooting guard.
he's a shooting guard. Dude knows everything about basketball.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Ask him anything. Just give him quiz him real quick.
Yeah.
How long have you been playing basketball for?
Since probably not long, actually. It's been since I was like 10 to 11. I'm 12 now, so around 6th grade. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Do you watch a lot of basketball too?
Yes, I know everything about the NBA. I should be in like tournaments of quizzing. I could win them all.
Nice. Who's your
Really?
favorite player?
Dennis Rodman.
There you go.
Really?
Yeah, I just like his work ethic, you know. He did some funny things in his past, but still, I like his work ethic, and, you know, I like the way he plays.
Yeah. He had an interesting process.
Style. Yeah.
Married himself.
But, you know, he would, you know, go out and party, you know, all night long before a game. The next day he would be like just dried out, hungover, and he'd get like, you know, 50 rebounds in a game. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
He scored 0 points once and got like, I think 40 rebounds. 0 points.
Damn.
Yeah. He was always like 2 hours late from practices. I just like how he just really cared about winning. But there were some points where, like, he would watch film on players. Like, there's videos of him just watching NBA players, noting down how they play. And that's kind of how I like it.
He's strategic.
Yeah, you got to learn how the player plays.
So you know, going to be a teenager, you know what I mean? What's up? You excited about like your next year of school? And
Yeah, 8th grade's going to be a bumpy. I'm going to be the top class of middle school, I guess, and then I'm going to be a freshman. It's all down from there, but still, you know.
you think you're I don't want to put you on the spot like this, but you think you want to do high school in California?
Yeah, I could try it out. Yeah, see how it is. Yeah.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah. I don't really think about school because I'm in summer right now. I'm enjoying my time in Southern California. About to hop to a new school, so I got to figure out that school, and if I like it, it matters. If they're good at basketball.
Oh,
Right.
school's calling. Let me ask you this. What is during the day-to-day in school today? Like we probably, you know, we're a different generation, right? What is the hardest thing about interacting with kids your age?
I feel like it's most of the students' thought process and how they think of people for who they are. And with most kids these days, they all want to be the same with how they dress, how they look. And kind of doing different things than other kids is really opinional about them. Like, they really... Like, if you're not the same as them, you might not be even be friends with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of following going on instead of being a leader.
Yeah. A lot of following, following all the trends. I mean, I've hopped with trends, I guess, but still, I'm my own self.
Yeah. I kind of jumped around, I changed my style up a little bit, when I was your age.
Had a mohawk for once.
Oh, yeah, I'd have a mohawk, bleached hair. I was something else. I was always like making my dad, shake his head,
Yeah.
But my dad let me, for the most part, be me. And I think I do a good job of letting you be you.
Yeah, I mean, we honestly have same, opinions about clothes or really anything. Having good shoes, having good everything, so.
You're a sneakerhead like me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool.
What's your favorite sneaker?
Have right now or, dream?
What's your dream sneaker?
Dang, I would probably say the Yeezy, the Nike Red Octobers. They're expensive, but they look cool. I like them. Or I like the Jordan 4 Travis Scott's. I just like them.
There's a Jordan 4 Travis Scott?
Yeah.
Freddie, have I seen this?
I don't think so. I don't think Siggy's carried him yet.
I don't like the one Travis Scott all that much.
The mochas,
I don't really care for the mocha.
I don't, but it's like a blue suede. It's really cool.
So it's already out now.
Yeah, it's been out for a while, I guess. I mean, around, Ziggy's has them.
They have them?
Not probably in your size, but you just gotta ask them. You gotta update and see how you like them. I bet you'd like them. They'd match with.
I don't like fours.
You don't?
I have a ton. I have some of the the coolest, most exclusive
The crafts,
fours.
like the SB crafts, all that stuff. I know you got those.
I do.
You just don't like them?
I don't like the back tab.
Yeah.
That tab, it hits me in my ankle at a goofy spot.
Yeah. Most Jordan 4s, you kind of need to have long socks, and it matters because they're a little bit chunky and they're not the best with shorts. But if you have pants, long socks, the tab won't mess up. But still, it's a little bit annoying.
Look at this guy.
I know, and it has a lot of knowledge of that. Do you guys like high tops or low tops?
Depends on the pant.
Yeah. Depends on the pants, the fit, honestly.
I won't wear high tops with shorts.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that'd look kind of weird. Yeah.
Jordan 1s I love. I wear a lot of Jordan 1s. I have 20 pairs of Jordan 1s. I love Jordan 1 lows. I have 20 pairs of Jordan 1 lows. Probably have 15, 16 pairs of 4s, but I don't wear any of them. Most of them I've never even worn. I honestly have shoes that I don't even know that I have.
It's
That's
collection.
crazy.
Collection.
Yeah. There was a time where I would go in every day into Ziggy's and they'd be like, "Hey, we got a 13 in this," and I just get it. They have my credit card on file.
Nice. Ziggy's is right here off in Huntington Beach, right?
Yeah,
is it
it's
on Main
right
Street?
across the
Main
street from my
Street,
house,
yeah.
I gotta go check that place out.
Maxie goes in there and just hangs with those guys.
Yeah.
He's like a shop rat.
That's awesome.
We're friends, They got Coco, the dog, It's chilling there, yeah. Good shoes.
We should have another episode with you and Buddy and Adam. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be cool.
I love those guys.
Yeah, they're nice.
That's
I've seen your stories on you going in there.
Yeah. I go in there nowadays, though. I don't really buy a lot of shoes. Honestly, I'm kind of back to wearing, today I'm wearing Vans,
Yeah.
I'm the guy that's I like to wear a shitty pair of Vans with a $50,000 Rolex.
Yeah, literally.
That's my style. You know what I mean? I want to dress down something and just have my own personal touch and flex on the accessories.
Yeah, watches is your thing.
But it is. But the other sneakers that I'm really into are Golden Goose. And people think I'm crazy for it. You ever seen Golden Goose?
No.
So they're distressed sneakers. Mm-hmm. So they're pretty beat up. But they're $700.
Oh shit! I'll check those out. I'll check them out.
But they're dope. They're dope. They're I don't know. They just look cool. They're literal shit kickers, and I love them. They're comfortable and they just wear well. They just look cool. It's so funny because I have a pair of Golden Goose that are distressed, but you can wear them with a suit, and no one would turn their
Interesting.
Yeah.
Might even get compliments. Even.
Yeah. They're more expensive than most like dress shoes,
Yeah.
and they're like beat up.
All right, I'll check them out for sure.
It's a different look, you know.
Same store?
No, you can't get Golden Goose there.
Oh, okay.
No, Golden Goose you get from like Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue, or the Golden Goose store. There's a Golden Goose store in South Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool too. The store is dope. Yeah, it's I like the brand. I like shit that no one has. Stuff.
Gotta be
Sorry.
different.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, which place do you go to where you get those bears, like those different?
That's Ziggy's.
That's Ziggy's.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Bear bricks, yeah.
Okay.
You like those?
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Those are badass.
Yeah.
I mean, even on your stories that I saw, you've even got like paintings and stuff from there. I
Yeah.
feel like they got
Yeah.
everything. They don't miss.
They don't miss. I have I have a couple Shepherd Ferry prints that I got from a guy who collects street art, and then he sells it out of there. I forget his name, but he's actually wants to come on this show. But he's got like a warehouse full of Shepherd Ferry and like just different like styles of urban art and street art and stuff like that. So I love that stuff. And I bought so lately I haven't been really buying as many sneakers from there, but I've been buying a lot of art.
Yeah.
You know, dissected hands, bear bricks, and Shepherd Ferry prints.
Yeah. I mean, I would understand. You got so many shoes. You could probably match with camo even. If you had a rainbow suit on, you could probably find 10 shoes to...
You can picture me in a rainbow suit?
No.
No. I could picturing you like a gold suit at the most. Like
There you go.
A
Gold.
gold suit.
some like Terry Crews stuff because I've like that type of stuff. I could see you in that.
Oh gosh, you know Terry Crews is one of my favorite people. What's that?
I was gonna say, who's that celebrity tailor that you got your suit from?
Oh, Lucas.
Yeah, right. But who did he work on? It wasn't Terry Crews. It was the other dude.
Well, he
I think
works.
he was a wrestler.
Yeah, he works with Dave Bautista, dude.
yeah.
Lucas.
Oh, Dave Bautista, yeah.
Yeah, Lucas works with like he works with like everybody. It's so funny when my clothes, like in my section of a rack, it's like Tony Robbins, John Favreau, Brad Pitt, Post Malone, Justin Wenzel,
Hell yeah.
and it's like all right in there with them. Conor McGregor, everything Conor McGregor wears is from my buddy Lucas. And there's a private jet runway right there by his shop. So these guys fly in, land, grab their wardrobes, fly off. They're gone.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't even saw Conor McGregor not wearing a suit. I feel like.
Oh, he's always in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than being in shorts while he's fighting, I mean, this man wears a lot of suits. Back on you liking Terry Crews.
Oh, I love Terry Crews.
Yeah. He's funny.
He is.
Every red carpet, he does the same pose. He jumps up in the air, kicks his legs up. He's a funny guy.
He is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the dude that came out in White Chicks?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always
Dude's
on.
yoked. Dude's fucking yoked.
Everybody hates Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the dad from Everybody Hates Chris. He's always on AGT, like America's Got Talent. He's everywhere, I feel like.
He is everywhere.
Enjoyable guy.
He's really cool.
Is he still as like jacked as he was?
I mean, he's
Well,
not as jacked as he was, but he's jacked, you know. He's jacked. Sorry, I'm just taking care of a couple things real quick, guys. Oops, shit. This is what happens when I don't pay attention. So 8th grade. What was I doing, dude? I was such a mess in 8th grade. I wasn't a mess. I was like I was like a popular kid, but like I was getting in trouble a lot. 8th grade, I got in trouble for gambling. I got in trouble for selling cigarettes. Oh my gosh, dude! Don't be anything like me.
I talk a lot, I guess, but I don't get in trouble as much as I used to, but I
Yeah.
just do my own thing, honestly. You just gotta, I wouldn't say get away, but still, you just have to have your way where you're still enjoying school but doing good.
Yeah.
I was just too focused on girls in 8th grade.
Is that it? You had a girlfriend, Max? No.
I got girls who like me. but
Oh yeah.
I don't care. I like basketball. That's my girlfriend.
Smart kid. That's good.
I smoke fools like you on the court. Remember those commercials?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to hit this? No, man. I'll smoke you on the b-ball court, dog. That's funny. Is this your first podcast? This is, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm asking you questions that I already know the answer to, but just to keep this thing ripping.
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing to do in California so far? I already know.
Walk around, ride the Super 73.
Super 73s.
Yeah.
Have you ridden a Super 73?
No.
Oh my God.
His rip. Go like 40, right?
Dude, they're so much fun.
Yeah.
Brad, you ever ripped a Super 73?
That's a e-bike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the best.
I have driven one, but it only goes up to like 20 miles an hour.
Oh man, mine rip.
Yeah, like 40. Me and him were ripping. I was ahead of him for a while, but yeah,
Yeah, you weigh 150 pounds less than me.
Yeah. Well, I'm
That'll make a difference for sure.
117 now, but yeah, we went to Newport. It was cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Probably gonna ride him today if I can.
Yeah, you can.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get them set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny because, like, as a dad, like, when you're, how old's your kid?
9.
9. Yeah, so she's not quite, like, to where, like, you can, like, let her go do her own thing. And, like, with Max, like, we live in Huntington, right? Like, we live in a safe
Yeah.
area, So, like, I'm totally cool with him, like, there's kids all over the place running around, right? Like, 13-year-old
Even
kids.
driving the Super 73s, I feel like.
Yeah, totally. So we got to get some ground rules together because, like, I don't need you on PCH, but I'm also okay with you going to the boardwalk. So you need to learn how to cross PCH, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm, and he has a cell phone and things like that. He's a smart kid. So he's very responsible. But that's the beautiful thing about living in Huntington Beach, right? Like, it's so safe here.
Very nice area. Everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
No, not really. Even the homeless guys, they're totally cool,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. By the end of by the end of the summer, you're going to be like the mayor, just like I am. I know everybody in Huntington.
Yeah.
Everybody.
You're
Especially
local.
on Main Street. Well, I live, I live like right downtown.
Right on Main Street.
Yeah.
Literally on Main Street.
So I'm like, I am out there, I'm out there. Mm-hmm. And, being my boy, just like whenever we do anything, he like, I always hear people are like, your son is like an adult. He talks to me like an adult. I'm like, well, yeah, he was taught right.
Yep.
You just got to learn how to be responsible. It takes you places. I feel like
Whoa.
so many people ask me, they're always like, why do you always say like, yes, please, thank you? It's not mainly that I could get more from it, but it still comes out for, why do you just be like, give me something? Like, you just kind of, it will matter how somebody thinks about that.
How you present yourself will take you very far. A lot further than if you act like just a schlub.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because most kids aren't really polite. They're just like, give me that, whatever. But when you do that, you stand out a lot more.
Yeah, you get, I've gotten, I wouldn't say like I just do it, but I've gotten free stuff even just from being responsible because respectful.
Yes, that's called swag. Tell me this. This is actually a good topic to have the actual perception from a 12-year-old. Your buddies' dads. What do your buddies' dads look like? Like, do they look like us?
I know one that does, but most of them, they're just like dad bod people, just living their life. But yeah, dad bods, I would say.
Dad bods.
Yeah, I know one that's like probably a little bit shorter than you. Strong guy, yeah.
But he's like the outlier.
Yeah, he's probably one in everything. After running 100 from.
Most dads are fat.
Yeah.
Dad bods, soft, weak. And I'm not doing this to toot my own horn, but I think the perception of a 12-year-old that spends time, sleepovers, things like that, it is valuable. This is valuable information. And when you go to these guys' houses, like, are these dads energetic?
Yeah, they're fun, but some of them are just trying to just be like, you guys do your own thing. I don't care, which sometimes works out well, but still, you kind of got to be more out. But yeah, they're not energetic at all most of the time.
Interesting. How do these kids look at their dads? Like, are these kids like, it's like their dad's like their superhero, or is it just like their dad?
I think most of them it's their dad because they're just like, I guess I wouldn't say not taught right, but still they just don't know how to like. That's your dad. You gotta give him most respect you can give to him because
Yeah.
he basically put you into this world. So, but some of them like I know people like think their dad is their superhero. Like one of my best friends, Calvin. He respects his dad a lot. Like, they share a lot of stuff. Like, me with you sneakers, they both love cars and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Which it really comes out with just, you got to have something to relate with. Because if you guys don't have anything, you're going to be like, oh, come on, look at this, like, Mercedes AMG, something like that. And he's just going to be like, okay. Like,
Right.
And there's some things, like, with me and him, we could see something cool and we'd both relate, like, oh, that's cool. But some dads just don't really care about what their kids enjoy.
That's true.
Yes.
That is so true. You know, go ahead.
I think having the proper conversations with your kid and bonding and putting in the energy to find out who they are every day, all the time, is extremely important. I think that's what brings that bond together.
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference between a dad that is looked at as a superhero and a dad that is just a dad? What do you think?
Most of them, it's the ones that are just trying to do their job as a father. They struggle to relate and be nice to some, like, their sons, and it's really from that, because I see some fathers, I would say, that just don't care. There's even ones that just aren't even in their life, really. And I see that just as just their dad. They have to just, they're not respectful or something. But when I see a superheroes, I feel like most of them teaches them stuff that they enjoy, helps them out with things. Like, it really helps them with going forward in life because they're trying to help them figure out what they want to do in life. And
not what they want them to do.
yeah.
It's interesting. I grew up with my dad wanting me to do what he wanted, but he still let me do my own thing. But I think he kind of knew I was destined for something. I don't pretend to be the superhero dad. You know, obviously we live far away from each other, and being in recovery. But before I was in recovery, I was distant.
Yeah.
And you understand, you know, but it's not excusable. You know, but being in recovery and being sober, and me and Max are open about, you know, this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I do not pretend to be super dad. I do not like act like that, but I will tell you this: in sobriety, my connection with my son is real. It's crazy how much more real it is from being 2,000 miles away than when we were right next to each other. And,
yeah.
You know, and I was completely distant. Now it's like regular life, right? Like it's like special, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, I heard, I've been, you know, even through rehab and my therapy, because I went through my share of, you know, addiction and being apart from my daughter from my mistakes. But what matters is like when you are together, you're fully present and you engage. Because there's a lot of dads that are present physically, but they're just like you said, like they're not really involved. They're doing the bare minimum just because they just have a kid and they just kind of have to be a dad. But there's a big difference between being extremely involved and present when you guys are together, and that makes a huge difference, man.
That's really true. I read something or heard something a while back that it said sobriety is when your children look at you and they trust what they see. What are your thoughts with that? I want to hear it from a child standpoint, not so much even between you and I, or however you want to discuss this. When your children look at you, they trust what they see.
It's really when they know that your father's going through a path that's good. Like, they're seeing you make bad choices that might build off them to not be as good as they need to be in the future. And It's how when they look at superheroes as a father, they're looking at their dads doing things that you want to do in your when you're older, when you have a career going into whatever you want to do. Because there's some dads maybe flipping patties somewhere, and that's and what if you want to do something else? You're not gonna trust what they're doing because they could have done anything else, but they're really just gonna do that. And when you trust what they see, it's really seeing like, my dad's being great. He's teaching people how to be successful, sober in life. He's sober. He's a good dad. I trust that I could build off him, and he would teach me things that would put me through in life.
That's awesome. Yeah, your dad's helped me tremendously in my life. I'm one of many. So that's awesome.
That means a lot. I think also what that means when your children look at you, they trust what they see, or when your child, in this case, looks at you, they trust what they see, is that they know you're going to show up. Think about like when we were in it, you know, we may have been present there, but we weren't present there. Right? Or, you know, I was never the guy that like, you know, was too fucked up to go pick my kid up or whatever. You know what I mean? But I wasn't there. Like I wasn't mentally there. And that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I think it's funny because a lot of these dads that are just dads, right? Like what Max said. Like we see them, right? At night, they're like 5 IPAs deep. You cannot. IPA is a type of beer.
Okay. For the record.
For the record. Like you cannot connect with your child when you are, and most dads, like they may not be full-blown alcoholics and stuff like that, but they lean on alcohol to get through. And a lot of these dads, we see them, right? Like it's like, you know, they have some beers in the garage and whatever, and it's like, are you really connecting with your son? Now, again, I'm not going to pretend like I am like super dad, but I do know the difference between a real connection and a fake connection. And a real connection, and I know the difference because I've lived both sides, right? I'm never going to offer advice unless I've actually lived through it. But my case is I've actually lived through it, and I've been both the dad that wasn't connected with my son and the dad that is very connected with my son. To the point where I'm okay with sitting here with my son and us having this open conversation with another man who's been through exactly what I've been through. Mm-hmm. It's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, to me, if you're trying to escape your life, your current situation by using an external source like alcohol or drugs, whatever, if you're too busy escaping, you're just completely disconnected from all your loved ones. And they notice, especially kids. I think kids really notice it. You know, they pick up on everything. I think more than adults do sometimes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No doubt. It's so funny because like I've had people ask me about my dad. And my dad is my hero. My dad is my fucking hero. The guy is, it's insane what he has done and how many people look up to him. And it's like, you know, you think I've built a decent following, or like, you know, dude, the dude's mentored thousands upon thousands of people. But, and I want Max's opinion on this. My dad wasn't, in terms of time, my dad wasn't there a lot, right? In quantity of time. Okay? But because he was working, he was building something great. So in my life, in my childhood, it wasn't like I missed out on, but when I look back at it, I didn't miss out on time. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, you work so much, you never see your kids. But it's about quality time, right? We know this.
Yeah.
But it's like, if you are able to build a life that is like, wonderful beyond your wildest dreams, you are able to spend the right amount of time. Do you think that quality time, right, is how do I want to put this? Do you think that the quantity or the amount of time that you spend with your dad, because there's a lot of kids that spend, like, their dads are like stay-at-home dads. They're like, they're like their wives are the breadwinners.
Mr. Mom.
They're Mr. Moms.
Yep.
And it's like, I would never respect my dad like I do today if he was like that. If I had him all the time around me, I would be like, what have you really done, man?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
What I really think is, if you're with him all the time, what is that giving to you? What is that gonna help you out with? With you, I see you working, but there's always gonna be a time of a day when we're having great quality time, and with you, helping out people working, I still see stuff where if you're a stay-at-home dad and you're spending time with your son, is that better than working hard for your son, knowing that that's your hero because he's working hard for you, he's doing everything he can for you to be the best in the future, or even be like even retire you at an age where you can be successful in life. Like, that's how I think of it, because when I see dad just not working, maybe working, like helping at home, clean stuff, that's really just going to teach you how to not work hard. And
Okay.
because that's kind of going to be where like your dad's going to be mostly the people trying to teach you stuff, help you out with stuff. But when you see him working, that's kind of going to give you the work ethic to be successful in life.
There we go.
Yep. Setting the example.
That'll help you out more. Yeah, setting an example of how, here, I'm working out here, and you see how I'm successful in life from having this work ethic, but these other dads just doing what they can to the point where it's not even helping for the kids.
Yeah. And I think too, even when you see, for me, because I know when I was a kid, like when you see your dad working his butt off, still putting food on the table, still making some time, quality time for you, but you also see him struggle during those struggles where there's doubt and you pick up on it, but he conquered it and he pulled through those struggles and he still overcame and he became successful. You see that there's possibility for you to reach heights as well. But when your dad's always at home, not really struggling, just picking stuff up, doing the bare minimum, it's kind of like, I think it's bad.
It's hard to learn resilience if you're not shown resilience.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like if I watched my dad fail. I watched my dad get ran over by, the corporate system and being an entrepreneur. I watched him get destroyed, come home and like be defeated, right? Stressed. And then watched him go right back the next day and keep going. We've almost lost it all before. We've almost been, we've been in so, and the funny thing is like, I had a young dad, just like, my dad was, when he had me, when my parents had me, they were younger than we were when we had you. Okay. Your mom and I. Okay. So I witnessed like the growth of the business. I witnessed like all the ups and downs and everything when I was about, a little bit younger than you. Okay. So my dad became an entrepreneur when I was 6. Okay. And became successful when I was like 9, 10. And then really blew up when I was in my teens. So when I was about your age is about when like our life completely changed.
Yeah.
And it was like, now it's like, I got a basketball court at my house. You know what I mean? Like that was like, you know what I mean? But before it was like, don't answer the door for the paper boy. This is a true story. We can't afford to pay the paper boy. You know? So I watched it. I watched my dad get beaten down and stuff like that. Now, a lot of people like will, and I'll be straight up, like a lot of people that know my family and stuff like that, they think that I've been given everything. I haven't been given a goddamn thing.
Your dad made you work for that shit.
Everything. Everything.
Awesome.
Even when I worked for him, there was no nepotism. I got fired 3 times. I was kicked around in the dealerships. It's so funny because when I came to the stores, I was in a management position at the store prior, but I had to go back to selling cars in order to work for him. I was demoted. I was pushed around. I worked more hours than everybody else. And then when I went out on my own, it turned me into an absolute savage.
Taught you that worth ethic to never stop, even though stuff's going down, you're still going to go off and be your successful person you are.
Correct. Yep. You're third generation rich, or no, second generation wealthy. Okay. And I'm first. Okay. So, and it is what it is. We're just putting it all out there. I don't give a fuck, right? So I'm first generation wealthy. You're second generation wealthy. And guess what? You're going to have to work for everything that you have to. You know, I might throw you some kicks every now and then, but that's about it, homie. You know, you're going to work for everything too, right? You know, of course, I'm going to buy you a nice car and things like that. But, but everything else is like, you know, you got to build your network. You got to build your businesses. If you decide you want to get into entrepreneurship, that's like your decision. I'll guide you. I will give you all the guidance and I'll help you along the way. And you can do it in whatever you want. If you want to do something with basketball, I know that you want to become a professional basketball player. I support you on your journey there. It might be tough. I'll be real with you, but if you are able to do it, we're going to do it. We're going to do the camps. We're going to do everything like that, right? But I'm always, you know what I mean? But I always want you to know that you need to earn every single thing that you have, just like I was told.
Because you got to learn that nothing's going to come to you.
No. Yeah. I know a lot of generational wealthy kids and wealthy adults that are, you know, that were in my circle. They're fucking pussies. Sorry. They're pussies.
Yeah. I think the worst thing you can do to a child, to a kid, is giving him everything and him not knowing the value of earning something. I think that's the death of a kid, to be honest.
It is. Yeah. You got any last things to say? No?
Nah, you got anything?
No, I think this was good. This was fun.
Yeah.
If you guys like what you heard, subscribe, smash that comment button, like button, all that good stuff. Maxie, I love you, bro. I'm so excited I get to spend the rest of the summer with you. Pedro, I love you, bro.
Love you too, bro. This was great.
This is really cool. Awesome, guys. Thank you, Freddie. I love you, bro.
Hey, we love all of you.
Sorry to bust you out about shaving my back. Excuse me.
Oh, see, I had forgotten about that already.